Hi guys, welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. Are we ready for part 4 of the Lardy-thon? Should we jump in?
Right now. Go and live. He's a puppet. They put him up. He's a puppet.
Who is? Obama? Aren't they all though? It's not them that makes the decisions, it's a group of people behind them.
I honestly don't see how anyone can see another side to this. I don't see how they can see another side, how they can continue to want the country closed. And they think that it's more important to save people.
Yeah. It is more important to save people. So basically you're saying fuck the people that want to go shopping. Wow. But she's an empath.
Than for our children to go to school and be socialized and get jobs out of college and start kindergarten normally.
She's saying she doesn't understand how anybody can see it any different to her. I can't believe that she sees it that way. Yeah, being locked down was no fun, but that was for the greater good. Try living my life, fucking lard ass. You make fun of me. You couldn't cope with a fucking year of lockdown, and you were still going out.
And abortion rights, that's what matters now. That's what matters. And like legalizing gay marriage or legalizing same-sex marriage, I should say. Like issues like that, which I am very much for, like so for. Like I was so happy when that was passed. But does that matter now? Does that matter?
I think it matters to some people, yes. They're looking at the bigger picture, which you're not. All you want is for shops to open and for people to go back to the way it was. No matter who was in power, there would have been a lockdown. It was fucking worldwide, you stupid twat. Things opened up when it was safe for them to open up. It's not fair. I can't go shopping. It's not fair. Bert has to do his lessons online. It's not fair. She wants what she wants. It's like I said about all narcs. Depending on the day, whatever they happen to want, they will change their view to fit that. She's pissed that Burke might be coming home, and she doesn't want him there.
Even if he failed, he's better than the alternative. Oh, don't get into it. We gave him 4 years to prove and he's failed. They're going to say something. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Even if he's failed. What the other side is saying is not any better. It's worse. How can anyone want to continue to live like this? I would sacrifice my life and risk. I would risk. I would risk getting COVID and dying for the greater good. Biden has had over 30 years and done nothing.
Can I just ask a question to all the Americans out there? From what we're seeing over here, it would appear that Biden has got early onset dementia or proper time onset dementia or Alzheimer's or something. The man is not well, yet he's being forced to do these stupid speeches and go to all these places when it's plainly obvious he's not up to it. He has a vice president. Why is she not doing it? Isn't that the point of having a vice president? I know we can't talk, we had Boris, but do you know what I mean? It's like, he's ill. The man's not well, he's falling over, he's walking into walls, he's shaking hands with people that aren't there. He needs help. And he should... I know he's not actually in charge of the country because there's a whole group of people behind him. But surely to God, you would think they'd let him sit at home in the White House and let her do all the running around and handshaking and whatever. Tell me why they haven't, because I don't understand it.
Olive, yes. Yes, Lolly. First of all, you're very stupid if you think he literally does that even make sense in your head that the president who is running again would do something like that? He tear gassed people. You really believe that? And even if he did, fine. Then he tear gassed people. Hang on, I gotta throw this away. Bella.
See what I'm saying? She doesn't care what they did because he's saying that he'll do what she wants to happen. Someone could come on here and say he boiled babies and she'd go, fine, whatever. And now she's going to pick on Bella, who's doing no harm but stretching her legs.
Oh my God, I'm going to kill a dog. You probably also think I beat my animals.
Yeah, you do. Look at the ballerina. Look at the grace and style. Did that beautiful selfie. No chins, no fat, no nothing. And they think, oh, she's nice. And then this walks in to greet you.
Okay. Come and lie down. Stop. Lie down. Right there. Lie down. Stay. Lie down.
Oh, isn't that a fucking view? Yak.
Lie down. Is my ass sticking in the air? Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, just like people. Yes, this is who is voting for Biden. Oh my God. It's like the people that voted for Ross Perot. Oh. I don't even care if Trump is for or against. I don't even know. I don't even know what he's for or against. I just know that if he stays in, we're going back to normal. That's all I care about.
Oh, right. So Trump was in when the shutdown was on. So how do you know that things wouldn't open up naturally if whoever is against him got in? The whole world was affected. The entire fucking world. We all shut down. It has nothing to do with Trump or Obama or Biden or whoever the fuck you fancy today or don't. It was out of their control. Do you really think that just because it's Trump that things opened up? I don't even know if he got in or whenever the fuck this was. You can't believe people can't see it from your view. I can't believe you're so fucking dim. And you sit there shouting and screaming and telling other people what to think, like you know everything, and you know nothing. Basically, she wants the shops to open and Burke to stay in school. That's all she's bothered about. She doesn't care if that meant another 100,000 people died. Not in the least bit interested.
And if people have to die to go back to normal, then people have to die.
Such an empath.
Natural selection.
Wow.
I'm going to make people hate me even more. I don't care.
I honestly didn't think I could hate you anymore, but you're pushing them buttons today.
Caroline, when you write just one word things, 44, I have no idea what that means. Biden's been. Like, write a full sentence, please. It's too hard. So my son's first year of college, yeah, and this is what I care about because this is what affects me. This, I know, it's very sad. This is what affects me.
Like I said, all she's bothered about is herself. She doesn't want Burke to come home, and she wants to go out and shop. End of story. Such an empath.
You don't, unless you're like, I'm not an activist, so I just live my life in my world. And this is what I mean, I do care greatly about things. I care very, very much. But honestly, right now, I care about my quality of life. COVID's the same. It's the same as the flu, just worse.
It's the same, but worse. So which is it? Is it the same or is it worse? And all you're bothered about is your quality of life. Get out of your bed, go and do something. Me. Can you imagine if she'd been stuck in a bedroom for 12 years because of really bad health? Then, if that was her world, it wouldn't be at all important to open things up because you can shop online. So what's the problem? What's everyone moaning about? You can do online classes. God, I don't know why they're creating. Because it's what affects her. It's the same with all narcs. Couldn't give a flying fuck about anybody else so long as everything's okay for them.
It's the same as the flu. I knew what you meant. When you write go, then it gets confusing. Well, I'm willing to risk my life, meaning that I'm willing to go into stores and not wear. Okay, Caroline, that's very unproductive. And not wear a mask, so I'm risking my life. I'm risking my life for things to open. And if I feel that there's a threat, so let's say I have to go to the doctor, the hospital, which is one of the most germiest places in the world, I would wear a mask. Exactly. Or if I feel that I am, which I am, but I don't care, that I am high risk, then I would stay home and have things delivered. Thank you, Louise. But no, I want my son to have a regular college life when we take all the loans and everything that we've paid for, even down to the sheets and the every single dime that I have had to scrounge to pay for. I want him to have the experience of going to college normally. And then, okay, and then you truly believe, so whoever you were that it doesn't even have a username, that whatever. See, Jimmy, yep. His city got burned down. Wait, I was going to say something. Oh, whoever that no-name person was. Do you also believe that Nancy Pelosi was set up?
I know nothing about Nancy Pelosi. I don't know what she's talking about. I just had a thought. Do you remember 9/11? Do you remember that? What happened to New York? Do you think that the people there might have wanted their children to have a normal college experience? Or be able to pop out and go for a coffee? Things happen in life, lardass. We don't always get what we want. Sometimes life is shit. You just have to fucking suck it up, to quote your BFF, and get on with it. I don't understand why it's bothering her so much. I just don't get it. It really fucking annoyed her, didn't it? Annoyed the absolute shit out of her because she couldn't go out and fucking rob stuff. Allegedly, don't come for me.
And Jimmy's gay, so, I'm sure you were liberal at one time. And I'm sure you're still liberal thinking, but this has just gone too far. I used to call myself a bleeding heart liberal. I'm not defining myself as anything anymore.
I could define you as something, but YouTube don't like the word.
He moved to Pennsylvania, Louise, because New York died and it can't recover. So Nancy Pelosi, that was just a hoax. And that woman who had that hair salon for all those years in San Diego closed her shop because of all of the hate. The hate was not from Republicans or conservatives. So tell me, who spews more hate? Who is spewing more hate right now? And I'm sorry, I love it. I love it that Trump calls it the China flu. I love it. I mean, good for you, Jimmy. Like, Louise, like, I don't think that was a choice. I thought her salon was in San Diego.
Oh, were you actually wrong about something? There's a first. Because you're never wrong, are you? Would you still be laughing about Trump calling it the China flu if the Chinese fucking army, words, came stomping into fucking Arizona blowing things up? God, you're annoying.
And Jimmy is not a content creator on YouTube. A lot of content creators from NYC have moved out too. I don't know what that means.
Well, they just said. You said New York died. They're agreeing with you that even content creators have fucked off out of New York. Why can't she follow a conversation that she starts?
Doesn't matter if her salon was in San Francisco or San Diego. I thought it was San Diego. Doesn't matter. The point is, she got hate that wasn't from Trump supporters.
How do you know who it was from? Does everybody say who they vote for before they annoy someone?
Oh. Okay. Doesn't matter. That's neither here
No, the only thing that matters is what you're saying. Yeah, we know.
nor there, where it was, you know. California, practically uninhabitable.
Just wondering, Lardos, do you think people with hair the length of that wig spend all day brushing it? Asking for a friend.
Oh. I mean, I've referred to myself as content creator, but I'm just a YouTuber. I make videos. But yeah, I mean, Dara from Belle de Jour NYC moved. Hundreds have moved. Very gay.
People move
I
all
hate
the
California.
time.
Hate it. Hate it.
Isn't it funny how she loved it when she lived there? Now she hates it. See? Whatever suits the situation.
Caroline, I don't know what that means. Vote Trump. Sorry, Lori. What does that mean? Why are you saying sorry?
Stop fucking brushing it!
So, Jimmy, let's say we were going back. Okay, I want to ask you a question as a gay man. Let's say we're going back to before same-sex marriage was legal in New York or all states, let's just say. And it was a topic of discussion. It was an issue of discussion right now. But so, you know, let's say the Republicans don't want it, the Democrats do, but then this whole COVID thing is going on. Wouldn't you put aside your rights.
Why should Jimmy put aside what he wants for what you want? You're saying you want the place to open up and for Burke to have his college education. You want what you want, but it's not okay for Jimmy to want same-sex marriages. That's not important because it's not important to you. Can you not see this? How fucking dim are you? I want what I want and I want it now, Veruca.
For same-sex marriage, for the greater good, which also affects you and your job and where you live and everything, of having the whole country reopened again. Mm-hmm. Okay, Caroline, please, I'm going to have to poof you because if you couldn't understand what I'm saying this whole time, then something's wrong with you.
Wow. If you don't put that fucking brush down, I'm going to set light to that wig.
She couldn't tell whether I'm for or against Trump. I voted for Obama too. Yep, exactly, Betsy. I agree. I voted for Obama. And then the last election I didn't vote. And
it's important that we all go, and people shouldn't do it by postal vote. I'm going with my son and we're going to make it a thing and blah, 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 blah. I do vote. I don't vote. I like them. I don't like them. I'm going to do what I'm going to do dependent on how I feel on that day. How can people be so fucking selfish and still think they're not? It's insane. I don't understand how narcs don't know they're narcs. And she can sit there and say, well, if people die, people die. But I'm an empath.
I'm very, very pro African American, you know.
Why are they called African American? They're American. You're American. Burke's American. Tina the Fancy Face is American. Why are we calling them African American? On their behalf, I find that really offensive. Where were they born? America. What does that make them? American. Where are their ancestors from? Africa. You don't have to say it every time you reference them. African American. I don't like it. I think it's rude. But I'm not a woman of colour. So it's not my battle. Let me know, any of you out there that are African American, does it piss you off or are you okay with it? Curious.
Black Lives Matter, what I do believe is a thing, and I'm very, very, upset about George Floyd. And
oh yeah, you were so upset about George, you wish the same thing happened to me. On the day, at the end of the video that you were making, trying to go viral.
I want racial and I want justice, right? I want justice for all.
But you don't care if people die.
I mean, I date black men. I love all cultures. I love Asian guys. I like everything, Except Utah. I'm sorry. Don't like Utah. Like, really? Real Housewives of Utah? Or whatever. Salt Lake City? Mormons? Oh my God. Sorry. Oh my God. Very, very. Why is that a thing?
Oh, should it be real non-housewives of Arizona then?
Caroline, I don't know whether you're for him or not, and I've been talking this whole time without saying it, but you couldn't figure it out. Can anyone else, can you figure out which side I'm on? I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because they want me, because there are people that want to hear me say it. I'm not going to say it.
I thought you didn't care about anybody.
Yeah. I think California should just break off and fall into the ocean.
Suppose they could say the same about you.
I mean, timing of when I left was almost, someone is guiding me. Someone is just like guiding me around on a platter.
Yep.
My mother and I used to fight over Trump all the time. I didn't like him, but I never hated him. And I never loved him. And I still don't. I don't love him. I can't really even look at him, to be honest. But
2-ton Teflon coated Tessie's getting everything handed to her on a platter and being moved around and never facing any consequences for her actions. How is that right?
and Joe Biden, I think, first of all, for a guy his age to keep such great shape, you don't really see men that age looking that fit.
Really?
I'm leaving once I retire. Where are you leaving? Oh, California. Yes, Biden is in great shape. He is physically, he's not fat. And I find him attractive. Obama's in great shape too.
What actually is in your head? Normally men in these positions of power are thin and healthy and good looking, most of them. Very rare you get a fat man that people would vote for because everyone's anti-fat. But I don't know. Oh yeah, he's thin and that you don't very often get. Yeah, you do. Where have you been living? Was Bill Clinton fat? No. Was what's his name? The actor. Can't think of his name now. Go back down the line of presidents. Find me a fat one. Fucking stupid thing to say.
Great shape as in physically looking. I don't know what his health is. Do you know what his health is? No. We don't know what his health is. I'm just saying how he looks. Like he's more pleasant to look at than Trump is.
Anyone's more pleasant to look at than Trump. I'm sorry.
You can tell he has problems. You can tell. But I'm just saying he's physically fit. I'm talking about looks. Look, you're going to have to figure out what I'm saying. You're going to have to read. You're going to have to understand. Do I have intelligent people here or not? Somebody who thinks the whole time I've been talking, and I'm sorry, Lori, but I'm voting for Trump. What do you think I've been saying?
Way to go. Winning friends and influencing people. You should write that book. Be a bestseller.
I agree, Caroline.
I thought you were going.
I'm trying to prove a point that I don't like Trump. I never have liked him. Like, although no, the first show that he had, I loved. I loved that show. I thought I think he's a great businessman. And that's who I want in the White House, is a businessman, not a politician, not a lawyer. I know one lawyer that I like, and she's a woman. That looks so bad. Just cover it.
Leave it the fuck
So what I was saying
alone.
was that I never liked him, or although when his Apprentice came out at first. Yeah, whatever your politics, America has to open up. Who's going to open it up? Biden or Trump? Trump. That's who you need to vote for. Period.
It doesn't matter who's in the White House. If it's safe to open up, America will open up, regardless. It's not a magic thing that only Trump can do. If that were the case, what about all the other countries in the world? How did we cope without Trump? Fuckwit.
Period. Nothing otherwise. Oh my God, we will have fines if you wear a mask, and it's not about masks. It's not about masks. That's the thing. Like, people are like, well, I would wear my mask. I'll suffer with a mask so that all these other rights are implemented. And you think it's just down to a mask. His makeup is just too orange. I don't know why someone doesn't tell him, like,
I'm sorry. I don't know why someone doesn't tell Donald Trump that his makeup's too orange. It'd be like somebody telling you that you're wrong. He's a narc. You're a narc. It would never fucking happen. Who is going to tell Donald Trump? I'd tell him, but he wouldn't listen. You think I'm orange? Poof, I think I'm fine. I don't know why someone hasn't told him. I'll put you forward for that job. Off you go. You know the number of the White House? Give him a bell.
that's crazy to me. And he's probably a womanizer. Like, I can't picture somebody kissing him. Like, it skeeves me out. It creeps me out that, like, he's like a dirty old man type feeling.
But wasn't it Biden being creepy with young girls? I don't remember Trump getting in trouble for that. Girls over 21, yep, he's happy to go there. But Biden? Oh, but he's fit, isn't he? But yeah.
Yes, I always felt, well, no, I have to say, let's see, when did I vote Republican? No, not during Bush. probably, I don't remember how old I was. I liked Reagan.
That's who I was trying to think of earlier, Reagan.
Liked the Reagan era a lot because of the economy, because that's what makes it's like, okay, let's look at it this way. Everyone be quiet and listen to me. I have a way for you to think about it. The America is a car, and it needs new tires and new windshield wipers. They're still working, but they're not great. It needs new brakes. Okay. And it needs some fluids topped off, and it definitely needs an oil change. But if you have no gas to put in the car, what difference does it make if you need new tires? If you have no gas in the car, you cannot drive the car that needs tires and an oil change. Is that it? That's it, right? That is it. America is the car, and we have all these problems. But without gas, which is Trump, Biden.
How do you figure out that Trump is the gas? If there'd been somebody else, it would have been them. Whoever it was that was in power when it was safe to open up the country, opened up the country. It's got nothing to do with Trump. Which bit of that don't you understand?
Biden wants to put no gas in the car and push it around. Such a great analogy. Biden's going to push that fucking car because he's insane, stupid, not thinking clearly. Now, disagree with me. Go ahead. I'm allowing disagreement. Somebody come on and give me a statistic about people dying.
So cold. She must be dead inside. I don't understand it. All those that watch her and they don't see it.
Why did you tell Caroline to shut up? No. Did you actually get to meet Trump? And how would I have ever known that? That's awesome. The first 2 seasons were the best. I didn't like Celebrity Apprentice. Oh, come on. You guys are being really, really childish. You shut up. How old are you, Caroline?
Oh, don't stand up for Poof, will you? When you wanted her there, poofing people, she was your best mate. Now you're screaming at her. Someone else is screaming at her because you were. And she's trying to stand up for herself and you're throwing her under the bus. But will any of them fuckwits that are watching figure this out and think, hang on a minute? Nope.
Great. I got a 1-bedroom because I thought my son was going to school and only coming here for holidays. And now he might get kicked out of school because the school is closed. Thank you, Megan. Well, I didn't start it. You sound very immature. Very immature. Sorry.
A bit of support for the woman that you were using to poof people the other week wouldn't go amiss, but of course you don't give a fuck, do you? She's outlived her usefulness now, hasn't she? And what parent only gets a 1-bed apartment? Oh, he's only going to come home for holidays. So where was he going to sleep for holidays?
Sorry. I think you should probably not comment anymore. I know you didn't start it, but okay, let's talk about something else. These, everybody, anyone, any woman.
It's not a these, it's a this. It's a neck fan.
Okay, wait. I will take that as you talking to me since I have a friend fighting for his life. Okay. I did agree with you. I just said it isn't just the flu. I don't think you're stupid, Michelle. There's plenty of other people on here that are stupid that you should know I was not talking about you.
How should she know? How should she know you're not talking about her when 1 minute you're friends with Caroline and the next minute you're calling her stupid? How are people supposed to know who you're talking about? And plus they know what you're like, fickle.
I don't give a shit if you guys are on or not. Okay, I'm not saying.
This will be funny. She gets her wig caught up in the fan because she's normally got short hair and so it doesn't matter. She's not used to having long hair. Hope it chews it up. Serve her right. But it won't because she's Teflon coated.
Michelle, I'm not saying anything about your friend and fighting for their life. It is the flu. My friend died from the flu. Died. So to say it's just the flu, people die from the flu. People die from pertussis and whooping cough, and I had it, and so did my.
Whooping cough. Whooping, not whooping. And of course you had it because you've fucking had everything, haven't you?
My mother, and so did my son. People die from that too.
Do they?
Okay. You put this around, these move any which way.
This, it's not a these. It's one thing.
And where's that fuck face that got on here saying I should vote, that they hope that because they know I moved that I am going to vote? You don't even know what I do for work.
We do. You remind people to register to vote. Why did you flip out at that though? I don't understand what triggered her there.
You stupid dumb shit. Let's hope that my wig doesn't get caught up in these fans. You put it around your neck and it has 6 settings. Well, let's do it like this.
Take the wig off. So you don't even know how to cope with long hair.
I don't need this in my ear. Okay. So you put it around your head like that. And you have these two little fans. The first one on is intermittent. It has 6 settings. Hang on.
That's 5.
Okay. It's off. Wow. No, they're fans. Because of my job. Okay. Big talkers with no action, judging others. I hope you're going out. I hope you registered to vote because I know that you moved. Meanwhile, use your head. Try and think of what I might be doing, something that I'm passionate about. And I need a fan because it's hot outside. So the first one
I'm passionate about.
goes on. And off. Okay? It'll keep going on and off.
Very quiet, isn't it?
Then, if you push it a second time.
Bit shit that the controls are on the back of your neck. You'd think there'd be a button on the back of one of the fans. You know, like headphones.
And it's USB. It's on level 1. 2. Listen how quiet. 3. 4. 5.
Wow, she can count.
Off. Oh, wait. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go.
Really?
Look! I'm a model.
You wish.
I'm trying to get it to blow.
It's not blowing it.
Hi there. Are you registered to vote? All updated and have your ballots?
See, she can't let it go. All those who didn't know what she was doing for a job, they do now. Who doxed you? You!
You need it, especially when you're out there hustling, not just telling people that randomly that you don't know on YouTube to go and vote, but actually doing something. Go through your clothes, donate your clothes, go out and tell people to vote, provide them with voter registration, get people registered, do something other than sit there and then tell me stuff.
Why? Somebody explain to me. I don't understand why that has triggered her. Why has she got a fucking hair up a hole about it? I don't understand. I know she does this over the stupidest of things, but this really's triggered her and I don't know why. It makes no sense. Ooh, 333. I keep all the time when I look, it's 111, 222, 333, 444. Oh, the angels are telling you that everything's in line and everything good is going to happen now and blah, 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 blah. And nothing happens. I'm still in this room. Where's my lottery win so I can buy a fucking bungalow?
Don't go and wear animals or eat animals or wear leather instead of going to Jeffree Star and telling and finding him and saying, shame on you, Jeffree, shame on you. Do something. Don't create. Don't. Yes, Amazon. Don't.
Poor Gucci. He's like, what the fuck is she screaming about now?
I'll send you the link. I'll email it to you. They were like $20. The only thing is, it says it lasts 2 to 6 hours. What does that mean? Like if you put it on level 6, it only lasts 2 hours? Don't make up.
If it's a USB charge and you're at home, you could press it and see how long it lasts, couldn't you?
Email addresses that look like mine. Go and do something. If you have time to do that, if you have time, even if it's a minute. Oh, like what about the people? Do you know how many people I get that think that they're wasting my time because they write me and ask me all kinds of questions about the jewelry that I make and sell? They think that they're wasting my time, and then they get a kick out of it.
Well, they are, aren't they? If you're spending time
I have one
reading and
person
replying.
that I knew the whole time, but I'll always be the way that I am. I will always treat everybody who emails me about purchasing something, I'll always treat them with superior customer service, because
Superior.
that's just how I am. Whether you're a hater and that's what you chose to do with your time, you didn't waste my time.
Most people are like that. Treat people kindly until they prove to you that they shouldn't be treated kindly. Totally agree with that. Why can't you then do the same when you're on here? Why do you automatically assume someone's a troll before they've had a chance to open their mouth? Why don't you treat them with superior customer service?
I wasted yours, not on purpose. I wasted your time. Imagine that. The irony. It's probably the same people that are going to vote for Biden. Too much time on your hands.
What's that got to do with
Nikki
anything?
London, you live in London. What is it like there right now? Do you have to wear masks? Are all your colleges closed? Are all your small businesses closed and going out of business? What's it like? Is it like what it is here? You know what? And I love it that Jake Paul, who I can't stand, but I love that they're all going out and partying.
Yeah, because you're a twat.
My son's friend's friend got COVID, and she's fine.
Good for her.
So small businesses have all gone out of business. Downtown London is a ghost town. The guys who sell cockles on the street are gone. I love cockles.
The guys who sell cockles on the street are gone. When were you last in London?
I'm starving. God, what I would love. let's see, I have a friend whose sister had it. But I also have a friend that died from the flu. I'm going to keep saying that. Oh, I love that, Cheryl. Ooh. Okay. Oh my God, I would love to get that whole thing tattooed on my body. Every single thing. The fleur de lis. I love it. I love fleur de lis. That's how you pronounce it, right? Fleur de lis.
Fleur, not floor.
Yeah. Fleur.
I thought you went to Paris and learnt to speak French in a day. You should know how to pronounce it, shouldn't you?
The stars, the yellow heart, the sunflowers, the daisy. Oh my God. Not to say that people aren't dying more than the flu. So your friend whose lungs look like Swiss cheese, whatever, my grandmother's spine, if we're going to be really like, we're going to sensationalize this, her lungs look like Swiss cheese. My grandmother's spine looked like lace because she had lung cancer and it spread to her bones.
God,
and she died.
A twat.
That's terrible, Melanie. My friend died 2 years after he stood with me as my other friend died from a brain tumor. So Roberta's husband, Eric, died from a brain tumor, and we were at the burial site, and I was there with Mike and his wife, and I held on to them. I didn't have a coat because that's what I gave Roberta my coat to wear, as I had this beautiful new coat and she needed a coat. I was like, what can I do? What can I do? There was nothing I could do. So she was like, I need a coat. And I'm like, I have a beautiful brand new coat so I gave it to her, and I wore a thick sweater. And at the burial site, it was a Jewish funeral. At the burial site, everybody scoops some of the dirt and puts it on the casket. And I was arm in arm with Mike and Andrea, arm in arm with them, crying because my friend had just passed away after a 2-year battle with a brain tumor. 56, I think he was.
I thought it was your very good friend. And you can't remember how old they were. Oh, I was so good. I was so good. There was nothing I could do, so I gave her my coat. And I stood there in a jumper and froze. Because I'm so kind. Fuck off.
And 2 years later, he got the flu and died. And a year later, she refused a heart valve and died. The 2 people that I held onto at this person's funeral died.
Something you did, maybe? That's what we used to take the piss out of this. What was it he said happened? He went somewhere and something happened, then he went somewhere else and something happened, and a friend of ours went, yeah, it's you, you're a fucking bad omen.
I don't make fun of people's looks. I just don't find him attractive, and I don't understand why someone can't get him a better color. But I don't make fun of his looks. I don't like looking at him. I don't find him attractive. It doesn't matter that you took it down. I saw.
I seem to remember you making fun of my looks. And the lady in the muffin shop took a picture of her and posted it on Instagram. But you don't make fun of anybody, do you, ever? It's like Lisa saying, oh, I'm kind to everyone. Yeah, whatever. Two of you are as bad as each other, just doing a different act.
Saw it, Ruth. And as I stood with Mike crying at Eric's death, he had no idea that in 2 years he would be dead.
What is your point here? No, he didn't. And if you were next on the list, you wouldn't have known it was you either. People die. It's life. It happens. But for you to sit there and say the thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that died from COVID, oh, it doesn't matter about them, but it matters about Mike because he was your friend. Here we go. Look at the eyes. I'm going to put myself back in that moment when I was really, really upset, and that'll make me cry, and then people will give me money because they'll feel sorry for me.
I actually then had dinner with the two of them. They both did. He died from the flu, a complication. His lungs filled up, and that's how people are dying from COVID. And yes, it was at an alarming rate. So I know, Megan, I don't think about that story that much. I love that, Lori Mealand.
I don't think about that story that much. Who says that? It's not a story. Wouldn't somebody else? I try not to think about it too much. Not that story. So that's a story you've got stowed away for whenever you need some people to look on you sympathetically. You use other people's death to your advantage. Can I just say, how bloody adorable does Gucci look there?
I don't think about that story. I don't know why. You know why? Because when he died, I was living in California, so I can pretend that he didn't die. That's how I get through it. It was too hard to believe that somebody my age, he was my age, died from the flu. What about the girl on YouTube? Do you guys ever watch What's Up Elle? I've been watching her old videos. Incredible talent. And she now has this really big channel with these women called What's Up Moms. And one of the moms died during childbirth, got an infection and died. Who dies during childbirth?
That actually happens a lot more frequently than you would think.
You can die from pneumonia.
Of course you can die from pneumonia. It's one of the top reasons. It's not. I'm groping for words today, people. Sorry. It's near the top of the list of deaths. In my family alone, my grandmother and my cousin's husband and somebody else all died of pneumonia.
You can also, many people live after pneumonia. We've flattened the curve. It spiked. The other thing I was thinking about that's just crazy. Okay, listen to this. If you think about what human beings are, it makes me sick. I'd like to think I'm not one of these type of people. Oh, thank you, Lori. That's so sweet.
You can think you're wonderful all you want. But that's all it is a thought in there.
Okay, I'd like to think I'm not one of these type of people. But I was thinking, I was driving the other day and I came to like a red light and I stopped and I knew that then I would get the green arrow. Why did she crash? This girl had an infection. Then sometimes you lose too much blood. But like, and I got a fever. If I had done a home birth, I would have been dead.
For fuck's sake, is there anything you haven't had or been through?
And so would my son. Yeah. Okay, listen to this. So I was driving, I came to the light, and I stopped, and like everybody else was stopped, because we had the red light. I know, but Rachel, like that's crazy. But people do die, from childbirth and from the flu and from COVID with Swiss cheese lungs. That was extra dramatic. To add the visual of their lungs were like Swiss cheese.
There isn't a T on it. It's Swiss cheese.
That's terrible, Rachel.
Not Swiss.
Oh my God. So I came to a light.
I know. Shut up, people. Stop telling me your sad stories. You're only supposed to be listening to mine.
Oh, well, someone said it because it added to the story. I'm sorry, Melissa, Michelle, whoever said it. I feel like you were being a little sensationalistic there. If you do cocaine, it pokes holes all in your sinuses too. So like, there's that visual.
Really?
Can I get back to this little thing, just talking about human nature or humans in general? So I was driving and I came, and shame on you.
Lardy, it's your live. All you have to do is not read the comments and tell the story. Why do you find that so difficult? So you distract yourself by reading what people are writing because there's a lag. And they were writing before you told them to be quiet.
172 people and only 80 thumbs up. I know I have way more than 100 people that like me. Oh, I lost 2 people, but I gained 2 thumbs up, 4 thumbs up.
I thought you wanted to tell a story about driving.
Thank you, Lindsay. Like, everyone should just give me the thumbs up.
Why should they?
Thank you, Lotus Sting. Thank you, Melanie. Look at that. All I had to do was ask. Now, can I ask for a tip? Live chat. Okay. I'm an e-beggar. Oh, by the way, I'm an e-beggar.
Yeah, we know.
I am. Oh, thumbs down. People are going down. Okay. Someone's on for almost 4 hour live. Everyone should be giving $1.99.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Why?
And if you can't afford it, you don't need to say it. Just don't do it. How about a Rudy finger? I don't know what that means. Some people would wear it like that and walk out like that. Oh, I'm not wearing a wig. Like Super Chat is at the bottom with the little $sign. And I've been on for almost 4 hours entertaining you. Okay, I was at a red light. I'll still go on though. It doesn't matter whether you give or not. So I was at a red light.
Oh, will you stop reading shit? And if you have something to say, just say it. Ugh. I'm the best at lives. No, you're not.
Thank you, Megan. You're so sweet. You and I, we were eating pizza. 177. I don't know what that means. No, it's down to 175. There's a lag. Look, 92 thumbs up and a super chat. Thank you so much. I asked for $1.99. So now 3 of you don't have to give anything because Megan covered it for you. And you knew that when it's so hard, when I wrote that back to you on Instagram, that I wasn't being like a bitch. You knew that, right? Like, that's a difference of opinion, you know, what we were saying back and forth, which is fine.
Is it though? Because you bark at people when they don't have the same opinion as you.
Okay. And I even apologized to you about the SJP because I felt bad about that. Yes. And it's hard when you're writing to make it not sound, I'm not a bitch. I'm really not.
Mm-hmm.
Unless severely provoked. And I get provoked a lot.
Severely provoked. Who has severely provoked you? Ow. I could tell you today's Wednesday and you'd lose your fucking shit. Doesn't have to be severely provoked at all. The least thing sends you over the fucking edge. Someone reminding you to register to vote because you've moved sent you over the edge.
Yeah, nobody describes me as a bitch, honestly, in real life. On here, I get provoked and then, yes, I can be a bitch. But I don't start out that way. I start out saying, oh, I'm going to make a video and show everybody makeup because I think that'll brighten their day. That's why I did this. This is why I start.
Because it'll brighten someone's day. Yeah, of course it is. Not so you'll get money.
So is that a red light? Do you guys want to hear this story? No, you're not a bitch. That's not a bitch. I'm not a bitch.
Difference of opinion there.
So I was at a red light and I stopped and I just suddenly was very much in the moment. You know, so I looked around. It was a 4-way intersection, 4-way intersection. And suddenly I was like very aware that everyone was paying attention to the rules of the road.
Everybody
like
does
they
that
stopped
every
and
day.
they stopped and they stopped and I stopped and then I got the left arrow. So everyone stopped. You know, this is how it's supposed to be, right? And I took a left. And as I was thinking, wow, everybody, you know, there are rules. Wow, there are rules in this world.
Yes, there are.
who
Lots
made
of
these
them.
rules, and we stick to them. And then we have to get these people called policemen. Thank you, Cheryl, for peace. You already gave though. Like I want like $1.99 from someone that hasn't given. You'll feel so good. Just like I'm giving away those clothes that some of them still fit me, but I'm just giving them away because it's going to help somebody. Yeah, Ginger. And I was thinking, okay, so somebody made up rules because, and then we have these people called police, and they go higher. There's the FBI, there's the CIA, there's Interpol, there's all this stuff, because let's just start with the police. So we have police to enforce the rules. Because what would happen if we didn't have rules? And I thought, okay, so if I was driving and there were no traffic signals, right, Irma? So no traffic signals. Like, let's say you come to a four-way stop and it's a stop sign, and you all know how to go. Like, you go in a clock, so you have to have paid attention to who got there first, then the person to the right of you goes in like that. You learn that. Those are the rules of the road. There are rules set in place with everything.
And you follow none of them.
Why? Because
It keeps you alive.
human nature is so, but I'm not like that. Like, do I break? I talk about breaking the rules, but I break, yes, I break rules, but not at the expense of the person right there. So,
What are you trying to say?
I would never.
Was she born saying I would never?
If I saw somebody waiting for, let's say,
Do we need a t-shirt with I would never on it?
a parking space, I would never be that douchebag that pulls in. Like, if we both come and there's one parking space and the person happens to pull out that way, if I was there so that I could go in first, but this person got there first, I would never, ever be that person that pulled in. Thank you, Melanie. That's sweet. Thank you.
I'm trying to figure that out because we drive on the opposite side of the road. So the person here would have first dibs because the car parking space is there. They're driving that way, so they go in. Why would you get first go? I don't understand. And we have roundabouts where there's no lights, no stop signs, no arrows, but everybody knows what you're supposed to do. And that's what keeps people on the road alive. You break the rules all the fucking time when you're driving. Not paying attention, fucking singing along, reading comments on a tiny little phone, holding onto the steering wheel with one finger. If you hit a pothole and your wheels go fuck that way and your steering wheel's spinning and your thumb's broken, then what? This woman, she'd give a fucking aspirin a headache.
I love all the different colors and the little things that you guys pick, especially that little pear. So cute. But some people are that person. So if there weren't rules of the road, I wouldn't be I don't know what truck drivers means. I wouldn't be that asshole that I don't only think of me. I don't ever think of me.
Oh, really?
Except when I'm on here asking for money. But
you never think of you, really? I want America to open up again so my son can be at college and I can go shopping. You're not thinking of you, are you? No. God, no, you're thinking of the bigger picture. Yeah. And if people die, so what? That doesn't really matter, does it?
I don't know, because there's a lag in the video. I don't know what you're referring to, that the truck drivers behave which way. I'm saying, what if there were no rules, okay? Why wouldn't people just, oh, right, they are. Well, but that's because it's their job and they deal with idiot drivers.
Like
That's
you.
why the truck drivers are like that. The job made them selfish. Because if you do that all the time, I could see that happening. You get like sick of it, kind of how I'm sick of, like, with YouTube. I can't put up with the bullshit anymore. Yeah, I can see that. That's little man syndrome. So my first day on the job was great. Okay. So, this is the longest fucking story ever. On the one hand, I like doing lives, and on the other hand, I hate it. I hate it. So annoying. I've had to kick.
You are such a joy. I don't know why more people weren't falling over themselves to give you tons of money and listen to you moan and whinge and whine.
People off of here already. I've been on for almost 4 hours. Let's see if somebody comes on at the very end, Helen, and attacks me for what I'm saying at the very end of a 4-hour live. Okay, right. You have anarchy if you don't, which is so sad if you think about it. Why are people like that? Why are human beings like that?
Why don't you answer your own question? Because that's exactly how you are. Oh, I would never. Where's your halo? In for a rub? Clean up? Wings at the dry cleaners?
Why did people go out? I didn't stockpile sanitizer and then sell it for $20. I didn't stockpile stuff, toilet paper and paper towel and food. I don't think that way. I didn't think that way, ever thought that way. Even when I could get my hands on it, I didn't think that way.
Because that's how you shop all the time. You buy one thing at a time. You buy the cheapest fucking toilet roll from the dollar store. And you don't think about tomorrow. People were thinking, right, if we're going to be locked up for X amount of time, or even someone just doing a weekly fucking shop. Have you ever done that? Do you know what that is even? No. You want to go out every day and buy whatever you want to eat that day. Well, tough shit. You can't do that anymore. So now you're pissed off because you have nothing, you buy nothing, you leave everything to the last second, and then when you go out looking for something, it's not there because other people have had the forethought to buy stuff and stock up at home. Apart from the arseholes that went out and stockpiled a load of shit and fucking quadrupled the price to sell back to other people. We're not talking about them. We're talking about normal people who did a month's shop or a week's shop or whatever. Maybe if you thought about the tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, see what would happen. Right, you're saying there's nothing in the fridge. Okay. So what happens if you're really sick? I mean actually really sick. And you can't go out. Then what? You have nothing. I've probably said this before. I rented a room with a married couple and they were amazing. And she not stockpiled, but she had stuff. What she did, and see, I've got into the habit of doing it now. When things were on special offer, she'd buy a lot of them. So, and then I remember her saying to me one day, "Oh, don't worry about buying bathroom stuff. Just come to this cupboard." And I'm like, "Huh?" And there was a cupboard in the hallway, and she opened the door and the angels sang. There was like bubble bath of every colour and fucking scent. There was deodorant, razors, soap, shampoo, conditioner, toilet paper. You name it, it was there. So if a nuclear bomb dropped, we were okay for about a month. She did the same with food. When things were on offer, she stocked up. And I've since living with her, when we came here, well, I did it in Wales as well. What am I talking about? I would always make sure that there was 2 of something in the cupboard. So when I used the last one, there was only 1 left, I bought more. So that I always had that thing. So if I didn't go out, it was there. But that's the thing with her. She didn't care. Lisa's the same. "Oh, I have to go out and get lunch for Will." Yeah. Because there's no food in the house. That woman thought she could fucking ride out a hurricane with peanut butter and jam sandwiches. "Oh, we'll be fine. We have PB&J. Really? And then she said, "Oh, I got really fed up with it." I'm not fucking surprised. You had a warning. All you had to do was pre-fucking batch cook food and then zap it with a fucking microwave. But no. Can't think ahead. Is that part of an narc's brain fucked as well?
Ever. I never, if I could have gotten, all I wanted once was 2 for, the first time I could get toilet paper was from the dollar store, and they came in a 4-pack, and they were only allowing you to get, so I took 4, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Why does she have to count like that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I thought, that'll last me. And they said you can only have 2. So I took 2. But I didn't take 10. And I took, I thought of how many I would need, not like, oh my God, I won't be able to get this. Yeah, so I'm a really, really good-hearted person.
Say that again.
Really, really good-hearted. Like if I'm in line at the grocery store and I see somebody with 1 item behind me, I tell them to go.
Everyone does that. You're not special.
And then if somebody does the same for me, I'm extremely appreciative. And I sell jewelry that doesn't cost me. I don't triple the price of my jewelry. I could, but
You still charge stupid prices for your dingle dangles. I'm sorry.
I would never do that. My bag chains,
I would never.
charms, whatever.
There we go. End of part 4. Got her while she was breathing because I didn't want her to go into another tirade. If you made it to the end with me, look at the state of my hair. Why does it do that? There's this bit, it just sticks up like fucking a cockatoo. And it's only that long. It's like, really? Anywho, if you got this far with me, thank you very much, and I will see you in part 5.